URL. Paste streaming. There we go. Okay. Okay, good enough. Alright, I need to check, I guess, Twitch and see if that actually went out, or Twitter rather. Oh, well, that is probably an issue. Channel. Channel. Huh. So look what it did. It did that, but it didn't put a link. Because I guess I have to drop a link in there to where I'm streaming from. So now I've corrected that, so I'll have to wait till next time I go live. But I'm not gonna re-go live right now, you know what I mean? Well, I could. I guess that's working out. Huh, guess I'm live. Okay, let's check Twitch now. Or Twitter. Man, my brain is not good tonight. Yep, that did it. Look. Yep, right there. So now people can see the link. Okay, cool. Cool. Alright. Let's get this done. Alright. So we're going to move you down, watch me work here. Alright, cool. There we go. This close is going to be a real pain, but let's try it anyways. good. I'll have to do his mouth over a little bit and see how I'm gonna do that. Draw. Do that. His collar is more of like a wide. Alright, we'll do this. I'll go behind. See what that looks like. Oh no, it's actually bigger than that. Alright. Need a good reference image of what that looks like. Bigger. Alright. So that here has let's try to draw it. Looks like it goes down lower, but let's. Yeah. Cool. Working. I wonder if I should forego the white in the suit. See all the white stripes? I feel like that's going to dilute it too much if I try to do that. I think I'm just going to do like, I don't know. I don't know how I want to handle that yet. And we need arms. Which... Okay. Did that go out? Hey, what's up, Egg? How are you doing? Oh, I'm glad I could catch you while you're streaming. Thanks, man. I appreciate you stopping by. I'm drawing Jack Skellington for my daughter. She's a big fan of the movie. So I'm sitting here playing around with it, doing more of like a flat style. Let's see here. I'm trying to look for a reference image. I saw your Patreon post today. The one you made. I was looking at that earlier. I think his arms are almost like points. Yeah. It's gonna be more like... Very good priority. Very good. I make a lot of stuff for her. Let's see. Never drawn Jack. This is kind of a different spin. I'm just kind of freehanding it with some vector. Did you make anything today? Work on anything? More Patreon soon. That's alright, man. You're doing more than me on Patreon, that's for sure. I do yeah, I like Affinity. I tried to get away from using like Illustrator and stuff. Not that it's not good software, but for me right now, I'm more like a hobbyist, enthusiast. So Illustrator just is a little much for me to consider just for, you know, small commissions and things like that. I don't do this full time. This is more of like a hobby for me right now. More of just having fun, you know. Hopefully one day it can be more than that, but so for right now, Affinity is definitely where it's at for me. The price point's right. You know, I think it's a one-time $50 charge or whatever, as opposed to the subscription fee that Adobe has. Let's see here. Try to do all. And I do use a couple other softwares. I don't know if you've heard of Gravit Designer. It's an open source kind of free software. I use that as well. But my main software that I use is Affinity for sure. I just don't use Illustrator enough. Well, yeah, that's really the big thing. And I kind of hope that's... Because you don't see a lot of people stream with Affinity, you know, and a lot of people are still in Adobe and doing Adobe, which is cool. But for me, like I said, the price point just isn't right. It's a little too much for me to consider using it on a daily. And I own Affinity Photo as well, but I've used it very, very little. I don't really do a lot of photo editing. I hope to one day do a little more. But for right now, I do own it. I just don't use it as much. And I don't really do a lot of digital painting or anything like that. So right now, it's more just, you know, vector art. I do a lot of vector. I'll show you the one I did the other day. It's probably the happiest one I've been with. Well, the one I like the most myself. I made this one the other day. And that's probably my favorite image so far that I've made. I'm trying to go beyond just like drawing characters, and I'm trying to work on creating like whole scenes, you know, like putting an actual scene together or something a little more. And so I drew this, and I was pretty happy with the outcome. I like the overall look of it. It has a pretty clean, cute look to it, because this was the original iteration of this character. It was just a standard, stereotypical flat 2D character. But then I wanted to breathe just a little more life into him and make him a little more, you know, lifelike. And yeah, the robot's really cool. I draw a lot of robots. I don't know if you've seen some of my other stuff, like I've drawn stuff like this, which renders itself more to a 2D. But the way that I do the shading and the textures, it almost pops into a 3D perspective. And has a really, really cool look to it. For some reason, I do a lot of robots. I don't know why. You know, and then I do other stuff like this. And I do all kinds of little things. I still don't really have a style. I'm still just kind of like feeling it out, you know? And my wife actually suggested this. She was like, I couldn't figure out what I wanted to draw today. And she said, why don't you draw Jack? And I was like, yeah, good idea. So that is what it is. Now I'm trying to figure out how to draw Jack. Yeah, I've not touched Patreon. I'm going to look into it one day. I don't know when, but no time to figure it out. Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm going for right now. I'm just kind of making stuff for the sake of making stuff, you know. Because I've watched some of I watched a lot of your stuff on YouTube, and it, you know, I think the thing is having that passion and having that drive to just keep making stuff. And I tell people all the time, you know, you just got to kind of work on it. So I got to have that back. All right, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Let's see here. I do not know how to draw his hands. How many fingers does Jack have? 3? And a thumb? Yeah. Okay. Maybe a little more round. Alright, bud. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping in. I really appreciate it. Let's see here. Can you find a good picture of Jack's aim, Tina? How many fingers does he actually have? Is it 4? Is it 3? Does it matter? Three, 4. 3 and a thumb. Okay. So, huh? That's what it looks like. So I'm going to. Oh, this is going to be tricky. This is going to be really tricky. I'm trying to make this. That's pretty cool. There's a fella that I'm on his Patreon and his YouTube videos and stuff. He just stopped by. I think its other fingers are like really long. Are they 3 bones? They are 3 bones. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. Copy this and give it a small twist, I think. So I think that Twitter post actually helped a little bit because I've already had like a couple people drop in and out, so that's cool. I always feel a little weird the first time I do something like that because you know you don't really know what to expect. Did you eat one of those snacks? What did you eat? Can you give me the peanuts, actually? I think I might have a couple of them. Oh, let me, crap, I forgot to put this in here. Your screens? Yeah.
I take it I got the right ones.
Huh?
So I take it I got the right ones.
Well, I prefer the cocktail, but dry roasted works. Cocktail is just my favorite. But I mean, I'll eat dry roasted. I like the saltiness of the cocktail.
Well, I stood in front of them and I said, which one did you say was third?
You know what? I'm not going to do that third bone on the thumb. How's that look?
Alright, come back here. Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to do more like a flat style than your stereotypical jacks. This is like a, I'm going to do like a cutesy jack. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do his arm like this, and I'm going to do one out like this, and then I'm going to draw Sally with her arm wrapped in his arm, like, like holding it.
On this side?
Huh? Yeah, over here. But I'm going to draw this arm like out. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And we'll go, what, 78 here? 78? What do his feet look like? Are they just like really? Yeah, they're just really long. Oh, I gotta make sure I put that in there. Let me open that now, as a matter of fact. There need to be music. Or planet music, yep, I need to do that. Okay. Yep, for sure. Take this on. Can be a way to do this without having to. How do I want to do this? I know exactly how I want to do it. Here, yes. Over there. Alright, I'll take it. Ooh, I need to go to the back. I'm not liking that at all. Not working. Menu. Turn this down a little bit, like Jack kind of hold me down. Yeah, do that. Back, right? Yep. Good. So we'll set the stroke to scale for the object. Good. Okay, that. Alright. At least that's streaming. Okay. Alright, so now we got Jack's long legs. Peanuts, some coffee. Well, his legs are just like his arms, just long and straight. Huh? And little shoes. Oop. Do this. I guess what I could do is flip this. Make it like back in the leg. No. Not exactly what I do. Has he got like little black shoes? Yep. Yep. I like. Okay. Flip those. Sally. I think we can draw Sally in there. What do we got for shoes here, Jack? What kind of shoes do you wear? Oh man. Little black. Little black shoes. Alright. He did do that, I think. Phone gets loud. There we go. More flat. Flat. So like this. Yeah. Almost looks like this here is just too big. Yeah, I kind of like that a little better. There you have it. Point. Pitch you around like this. Ooh, yeah, let's do that. Let's give him some like, some like this. it stay? Doesn't stay. Why doesn't it stay? Go here and rotate it. Ooh. It's cutting out right there. Now I just need to figure out what mouth I want on it, and it should all be under. Yeah, yeah, okay. So we're gonna add a Sally. Yeah, it's good. I like that. His mouth. I want it to be night. I don't want a dark mean back. I wonder if I can do this. X9 here. Edit way too big. 3. Give it, what do you call it? Square tip. Jack is actually really high. Take this and here. You know, I think that one actually gets put in a lot better. What if? What if? I did this. I wonder if I can go a shade darker, like maybe 20. Maybe be noticeable. 13. Oh crap. I thought about it, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna look. See what it can look like if we wanted to add like pinstripe. I guess I could call that right, pinstripe. Go here maybe and make it, I don't know, 2. Okay, wait, that's not what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Ah, that really affects the stroke damage. Okay. 2. No, 2. Copy that right out there. And I did that. Okay. That was just, it won't take that long. Yep. Stop making mistakes. Fine. Let's connect these two. What if I set it like 60 or even 40? Here we go. 30. I'll see. I wonder, what did that do to the? Oh, no. That is not gonna work. That is too big. Too big. I'll have to play with that and see how I can tweak that around a little bit. I need to. What is the pattern look like on this? It's all white stripes. All clear white stripes. Alright. Then, I don't know if I like that. Maybe I should try it in the arms. Let's do that. Let's try it here. Cut it, and we'll paste inside. These are 2 different shapes, right? Alright, paste. No. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna break that shape there. Alright, put it here. I guess I can turn it maybe? Make the pattern? Yeah, let's do that. Why not? And then copy that and we'll paste it back here. Actually, looks kind of cool. I think I'll roll with that. Flip it. Flip it. Yeah. We'll do almost in like a. Oh, that's working. That's working. Here. Yeah. Wait. Oh. Duh. That's an easy mistake to forget to ungroup things. Because in Affinity Designer, if you don't ungroup, you can't paste inside an object. It tries to paste inside of the whole group and it doesn't work right, so. Alright, what about his collar? Yeah, he's got stripes in his collar too. Let's do this. We'll ungroup this. Make it longer to the legs. Yeah. And there's still stroke 2. Group. Yeah, Let's go for it. Okay. Cut it. Paste inside. Ooh. Did the opacity? Let's go 30? 30 opacity? What did I do in the other one? Yeah, that's 30. Yeah, that works. I'm want the line to match perfectly though. Yeah, that's better. So like that adds that pattern right there. This opacity is 30. Okay, so I did 30 all the way around. That actually was pretty cool. I didn't think I'd like the stripes in the suit, but I'm digging it. I'm digging it. And his chest is just white. He does have stripes in the collar, but I think for the sake of size, I think I'm not going to do that. I think I'm just going to leave the collar like a pot black. Yeah. Now a mouth. I got to decide there. I made this to decide which mouth I like, but I want him to look happy and jovial to a point. I don't want him to be like dark and sinister. I'm making this for my daughter. She's a big fan of the movie, so I want to make sure that it's something that she's going to appreciate and like, and it's not going to be spooky or scary. And I think that mouth might be a bit much. So what I'm going to do is we're going to group these. Oops. Group them. That way, if we need to move them again. I like his little. I wonder if I should make that. His is more like long stripes. Yeah. I think I need to redo this. And do more longer. Yep. 15 expector. Yep. Easy peasy. Okay. Good. So. Oh, I'm paired over there. Didn't even notice it. Whoopsie. Okay. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with Jack. Now I need to, well, the mouth though. I need to get the mouth done before I move on. So let's just try some, I think it's gonna look weird, but let's try some, just basic lines and see, I guess size 3? I don't know if I want rounded caps. Definitely rounded. 2? Yeah, that's too small, no pun intended. Let's go. Let's try 3. Yeah, why not? Okay. So, with Affinity, we can create just line segments without having to end them. So, let's see what we can do. He has just a bunch of lines, right? Basically, lines? Yeah, basically lines. Okay. Alright, we'll do it then. I guess just we'll do some random shaped lines. I think sometimes when you're drawing or you're creating something, I think your critical eyes tend to take over sometimes, and you almost forget, or you get too critical of something as you're making it, instead of just creating it for the sake of creating it, if that makes sense. Yes and no. I think it's kind of what I want, but then it's not at all what I want. Alright, see, his, every picture I look at, his are more like little, I don't like that at all. We are going to get rid of the whole daggone thing. I think maybe we need to do less of a smile. Oops, forgot. And more of like, not such a high arc smile. Right about here? Yeah, I kind of like that better already. Okay, center it. Line segments, and do it again. Just looking at it here, trying to get an idea. So they go from bigger to smaller, and they've got them kind of mixed match. So if I go, alright, let's try it with that. Can't really mess up. see they've got them in staggered sizes almost. And then they just tend to go out. It's funny, you wouldn't think drawing something so simple would be so picky. But it's like I just can't get the feeling right. It just isn't hitting me right. I'll get it. Maybe it's because, like I said earlier, maybe it's because I'm drawing it and maybe my critical eye is just being too critical. Can't tell if that's... Does not look the way I want it at all. Why is that not doing it for me? Because I'm looking at like something like this as kind of a reference image. Well, clearly not Thor, but I don't get why that looks so different. Yet, maybe it's the shape of my head? That might be it. Maybe the point needs to come down some. Yeah, I think it does need to come down some. Maybe not as much as I did. I don't know. My eyes are deceiving me or something, man. I'll get it. Perseverance. That's how you win. Well, let's not do this, because I see some pictures where his mouth has a more open, like, I like the closed look. Let me see here. Let me see if I can get a better reference image. You know what? Maybe we'll come up higher by the face, like here. That's awfully high, but you know what? We can change that back. I think... Hey, Mickey. How's it going? That is way too big. I am not feeling that at all. And I am not liking that. I'm sitting here trying to draw Jack. I'm doing alright, And I'm drawing this for my daughter. I'm going to draw Jack, and I'm going to draw Sally sitting next to him, like her arm wrapped between his. And it's more like a flat style, but the mouth is just kicking my butt. I can't decide how I want it. Thank you. Thank you. This freaking mouth, though. It's like I don't want anything spooky or scary. I want it to be jovial. I like that. That looks good. But then when I go to add, you know how Jack has has like the lines, I guess they signify teeth. When I go and I drop those in there, it just loses me. Like I just don't feel it after that. Maybe I'm making them too big. That might be the problem. I am making them rather large. And then I was saying earlier, I almost wonder. Hang on, I can do this easier. I almost wonder, because you know how sometimes like the same thing where when you make your own food, or you sometimes you're overly critical of something when you're doing it, even though it looks good, kind of thing. And I'm wondering if that's what's going on here. Like I'm just being overly critical. I was like, I look at that and that just doesn't do it for me. I don't. But it looks right, if that makes sense. I'm torn. Is that what I'm doing? You know how, like, when you go and you make yourself a ham and cheese sandwich, and you eat it and you're like, eh. And then, you know, somebody could go in and make a worse sandwich, and it tastes like the best thing in the world. I hate that. Is that too many? Or does that look adequate? Because I see some I'm looking at some references images and there's barely any line. And I look at some and there's a whole freaking ton. I kind of like it. Yeah, I think we'll roll with that for now. I think that's what we'll do. We'll shut up. We'll deal with Jack the way he is. And let's draw Sally. Never done this. Sally, Nightmare Before Christmas. Let's get a reference image. Oh, Boise, Boise, Boise. How are we gonna do you, Sally? This ought to be interesting. It was funny, I couldn't figure out what to draw tonight, and my wife was like, why don't you draw a picture of Jack and Sally? And I went, perfect. Because my daughter loves that movie. So. And actually, a buddy of mine, he's got a 3D printer. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make a, I'll show you real quick what I'm going to do. I won't show you exactly, because I mean, obviously I need to do it. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take a, I'm going to core this out, because we found a way to turn SVG files into 3D printer files. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create this circle, and then I'm going to draw like a silhouetted Jack and Sally in there, kind of like an outline of them. And then I'm going to have it all connect so that the pieces, and again, this is going to be really rough, so just bear with me, but like the pieces are going to all, you know, so that they're touching all the sides so it's nice and stable. Kind of, you know what I'm saying? And then what I'm going to do is where you see white, that'll be cut out. That'll be like see-through. And I'm going to have him 3D print it. And then what he can do is he can take the SVG file, the flat file, and he can determine how thick to make it. So I'll give him this, and then what he'll do is he'll print it maybe 1/4 inch thick, and it'll be a Jack and Sally ornament. So that's what I'm going to do. And give it to my daughter for Christmas. Because we went to Disney World, and we looked for Jack and Sally, and you wouldn't believe it, there were no really good ornaments. So, I'm gonna do that for her. I'm gonna surprise her with it. Gotta find a good reference. Sally actually looks like she's gonna be kind of hard to draw. And clearly I'm gonna have to change this background color. Thank you. Yeah, I've got a couple ideas stirring around in the old head here. How does my mic sound tonight? Sound alright? I moved it over here because I wanted to get it out of the way, because I did have it right in front of me, in front of my dual monitors, but I've got it here on my left now. I'm just hoping it's getting the same kind of audio quality without too much disruption. Sally. Hey, no problem, Mickey. I appreciate you stopping by. I'll be here for a little bit, so if you get done, you want to come back, come on by. If not, thanks for coming. I really appreciate it. I understand. I know how it is. Life. You have a good one. Enjoy your dinner. Oh, Sally, where are you? Take care. Maybe that'll be a good one. Yeah. It's funny, you don't think about drawing a character until you sit down and you go, I want to draw that. You know what I mean? It doesn't click in your head what actually goes into creating that character or what you need to do. Sally, what are you doing in here? Alright, I gotta start, so let's just pick one, and I can always change it later, because I'm just wasting time sitting here trying to find a decent looking pose. We're gonna go with you. Alrighty, so her head, first let me change that background color to something a little more, we'll go with like, that for now. That way I can draw her out, and then we'll see what the heck we're doing here. Sally. She's going to be interesting. I think she's going to be harder than Jack because of the patterns in her clothing. Good grief. And if I did his patterns, I've got to do her patterns. There's no way around it. Okay, so... let me think here. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. We're just going to roll with it. And see what we can come up with. That ought to give me a decent point of reference anyways. Alrighty. Kind of like that one a lot. A whole lot. Yep, that's what we're going to do. Alright, Sally. Let's do this. So, her head is more rounded, if that makes sense. And I'm gonna... That head is way too big, but let's, oh, you know what I do need to do? I'll think about it. I need to grab my freaking, watermark. I always make it a point to tag all my images with my logo there. Oh, thank you. Okay. And she is gonna be shorter than Jack, I'm pretty sure, but we'll compensate for that here in a minute. And I can always tune his elbow down a little bit if I need to. Now she has, let's see here, she has a dip on her chin, and she has a similar style mouth to Jack actually with those, yep. Alright, maybe I can turn an oval on here, maybe? Too big, wide enough, I don't think. And her head is going to be a little more functional. We're going to roll with that for now, and I can make an actual you know, I need to be drawing in the Sally layer. That would help. Okay, here we go. Her eyes, how are we going to make those eyes? They're like, alright, I know. They're actually very similar to the bat. So let's put them here. Those are a little more rounded, but very similar. That is not what I want. Okay. Now, I'm not going to be doing all the detail that Sally has, because if you look at Sally, she has a lot of she has a lot of lines on her face and stuff like that, but I'm not going to get into all that detail. I'm going to drop this in here. This is going to be tough, man. This is going to be really... For some reason, I feel like this one's going to get a lot harder to make than that. But we're going to do it, because that's what we do. Who knows? It's going to be kind of the same concept. I'm going to do... basically something like this. Looking like an alien so far, but I'm hoping that we can really looking like an alien so far. Hoping we can pull that the other way though. Let's I mean, this was like straight Area 51 stuff. Okay. We'll get there. Maybe if we put her pupils in her eyes, because she has very, very tiny dot pupils. She's got that really distinct mouth. Alright, maybe her hair would tie it. You know, her neck is... Pardon with me, I've never drawn this, so I am doing my best to see how well we can not mess this up. Let's go like this. And, you know, the great part is with vectors is it's very easy to come back later and edit and, you know, make those changes that I feel need to really be made. Right, we're going to go here. We're going to drop it to 82. That way it has a little bit of color difference. Okay. There's her neck. She has a very long neck, actually. Extremely long neck. Alright, cool. Alright, Sally, help me out here. Your chin is way too big, isn't it? Yeah, that chin is... Here's what we'll do. Let's... I think I want to try to redraw that real quick. I'm not happy with what's going on there overall. It's just not clicking with me. I don't know if her head has more of a... Ooh. That might be it right there, actually. We'll take that to the back. Now we have a very wide ovular shape. I almost wonder if I should do this. That clearly is just too big. And that might be a lot better, actually, right there. Okay. I think I'm going to... Well, she has a lot of the same mouth here going on that Jack does. Actually, like if you look at the picture of her that I'm looking at, it's very similar. What she has, though, is she has... Oh. She has, like, this. She has these lips running through it that are... Alright. Sorry, I'm really focusing on what's going on here for a second. Move these guys down the line here, and we'll do kind of the same thing. Music's appropriate, though. Got some sort of a horror vibe going. Yeah, okay, that's getting there. And now she has like this big open, like, space like this. Just chilling. I don't even know if that's going to look right, but we're going to try it. Does she look creepy? And I'm getting a little bit of a creep vibe there. I mean, I think it's starting to fit, though. It's working for me. This needs to be smaller. Or no, it doesn't need to be so big. Yeah, okay. It's coming, it's coming. Guess what we're gonna need to do is, in order to make this right, she's gonna go behind Jack on the layer. Her body is gonna be very... She has slanted shoulders. We're gonna freehand the body real quick, and then we'll deal with it. Right? Go and go. And then it kind of cuts in. And then she has a little bit of a hip. And then it comes down, and then it's going to be legs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to the center of the image. I have a plan. If it works, we're good. If it doesn't, well, we tried. Okay. So I'm almost creating a what are those things that people use when they sew? Like a buster. I don't know the actual terminology for it, but that's kind of what I'm creating. And then we're going to build on top of that. Alrighty. So, and we're going to leave, we're going to leave the skin back there. Shoes are going to be interesting. Okay, let's start. So, this is going to be the same color as the neck, right? Yeah. Okay. We are going to, the dress is going to be a little bit jagged. You know what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to draw this thing in pieces because the dress is in pieces. And I think if I try to do it any other way, it's just not going to look great. So we're going to just go with it. You don't think it's going to matter there. My phone's going off. Good, thank you, Twitch. Okay. I want her clothes to be off of her just a hair. Not a lot. Kind of like that. Maybe drag. Achieving my goal here. Okay, so let's... yeah, because I think what I want here is I want this to be just slightly up, to have that appearance like it's, you know, clearly clothing. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that from back there, but I think that's going to play nice. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing, but this side isn't nearly as frayed. One like this. Now, you know what? We're going to do one fray. Just one. Alright. Thank you. And I know there's other patterns, like on her shoulders here, there's this yellow patch. Well, all I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to build, like, how in the world am I gonna, you know, do this is all. And that's gonna be interesting right there. I gotta around this end here. Yep. And where is that going to start curving in? Right there at the hip, I think? Yep. Alright, so we'll come here, and then we're going to tie it in there. Okay. Well, let's get a base color going. And what we'll do is, yeah, cool. Now again, she's got a ton of detail in her clothes. That is, ooh, that's gonna be a lot of work. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Let's wow. I guess I could draw her holding a flower or something. That would be kind of cool. Because as a lot of the pictures I see her holding flowers. She's got stitching all over. Ooh. So do this. Okay. Whoa. What size is this? Maybe. Back to 2. Yeah. Yeah, I like that at 2. Digging that. So then that means this guy needs to be 2 instead of 8. Wow, why did that end up being 8? Okay. What the heck is going on with this? I find that sometimes, after a while, things just start acting. I think what we're going to do with this guy is we are going to go inside the net. Yeah, that's going to be the best way to do that without making it, alright. She's got a crest right here, kind of. Toward the center. Heck on, that's going to kill me one of these days. Alright. Take all this, cut it, paste inside. And should clean that up first, but we'll run with it. And then we're gonna come down straight. And we're gonna do some and paste it. Yeah, it's looking pretty cool. Then I gotta do, wow, Sally, why are you so rough? Can kind of come out here, I think. Down the hip a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, the dress can be longer than this, so yeah, this is good. This is just for what? Reference is it? Because I think what's going to happen here, this is going to come out, this is going to curve real quick, like this. and then come down by rear. Yep. I don't know, somewhere like here. Yeah. We'll come here. We'll come here. Alright. This is fill color. It's all basic color at it for now. And this is going to kind of be the same thing over here. It's going to start here. It's too much of a curve, I think. Like, I don't think she's that curvy. Yeah. Maybe this needs to be tuned down a little bit, like rounded or something. Maybe rounded, curve, smooth. Yeah, that's better. Alrighty. So this is gonna go all the way to the end of the dress, which we are gonna do some tatters. After choosing everything, we need to go here, 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 curve this up here, and that may be, yeah, that's gonna be way entirely too much, but the cool part is we can kind of do that. I'm gonna go back to this pink. Oh crap, I didn't, what I wanted to do. Oh, that's what happened, I didn't finish. I hope this is pulling off. Not that often I draw this kind of stuff. I have yellow, right? Yep. Alright, and this is going to be this last color here. Down one? Oh, okay, so we're okay. So, if I want to do this, right there, okay. Lost my reference image for a minute there. Okay, so I did the patterns in his, so I think I'm going to have to do patterns in her. But the cool part is, in her, they should be relatively simple. I know I am doing that. This is just a black square, or rectangle rather. I know my shape by now, right? Okay. Now we've got a patch in here somewhere. We'll bring in this bad boy. And I think some people wouldn't like all these perfect shapes, but see, I'm not liking the true black at all. That's just not better. Much better. So this, I don't. Okay. Yep. It's working out really well back there because it's I'm able to do some really easy, cool changes with the shapes. So it's working out really good. Those swirls though, woo-wee. How about this is like tiny dots down here? Or this is. Sure, there's an easier way to make a pattern like this, but I'm just sort of, I don't know if there is, especially with Affinity. So I'm just gonna lay this down so we can move on to other stuff, you know, like maybe do need to. Not what I wanted there. I need to select all this, unselect it, cut it, and paste it. Yep. Perfect. And that's line through it, but we're not gonna go there. I think. Actually, you know what? Control. Little dots here as well. Small over here though. And actually, not only that, is stroke it 1. Yep. They're like hollow. Or just like little holes there. What are we missing here? You know what, I'm not going to do the stitches on her clothes, I don't think, because I think doing all that stitching on her clothes is going to take away from the overall look. I think I'm going to leave that the way it is, and yeah, we're just going to, we will do eyelashes. Yeah, I think I'm just going to, yeah, I don't want to get that into detail, I don't think, I don't know, let's put these sleeves on and maybe we'll figure something out here, because this is literally just curving down like this. Whoop. This color? It's like weird blue color. And then we're gonna do this for the other side, and we're gonna make it yellow. We'll get your hair. Don't worry there, Sally. It's coming. Guess I could. I don't know. I guess I could draw her legs, maybe. Her legs are pretty simple, actually. They're just like Her ankles are like freaking tiny. What's up, Odin? What are you doing, buddy? Oh, you eating again? Are you eating again, buddy? Yeah, I see. I see. You were hungry, wasn't you? What kind of shoes you got on here, girl? Let's see. What in the world? I have no idea how I'm going to draw those. And, alright, I have an idea. For the... I can use the stabilizer. And we can take this color. Brush. Why is that not? Oh wait, the fill's gotta be done, not the outline. Yep. Brush. We're gonna go 2. Alright, so we've got the stabilizer on. That's not right. How do I... They're just swirls, so... They're just like elongated swirls, really. Save some food for your brother, Odin, okay? But you could spend all day trying to get this right. This is a new stabilizer they added in Affinity. You know, let's go with that, and we'll make it even smaller, I guess. Crap, I don't know. Too small? I mean, it's definitely hitting all the detail points. No idea how I'm going to draw them freaking shoes, though. And make them look right. So, here's what we're going to do. I guess. They're heels, clearly. But you know, sometimes it's how you get better. You challenge yourself to draw things you normally would have no understanding of or no inclination of what the heck it is you're doing, you know? Oh, crap. You know what? We're gonna roll with that. Oop. That's terrible. That is not at all what I wanted, but you know what? We're gonna... Not at all what I wanted. Nope. So I can tell you that right now. What we may actually do is we may do the same thing for her we did for Jack. Bring these over like this. Make them smaller. Bring them over like this. And then go like this. And give her... Right. That is horror. Oh no, that's gonna take a little bit of. That's gonna take a little bit of manipulation there. That's gonna be tricky. Oops. Let me keep that up. Okay. Yes. Alright, can I? Yep. Oh, actually, can just move that over and then bend it in. I give it a point, bend it in. That just, whew. You know, sometimes you're at a spot and you're just like, you're thinking about how can I do this, and then you're just sitting there going, yeah, no, that ain't gonna work, man. Her wrists are freaking dead, man. A little thicker. This here is gonna need to be thicker. Got the tiniest freaking hands. Okay, so this is going to be a custom arm. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw, but that means this is going to be floating up as well. Okay. So we're going to draw Sally's arm coming out of here. I actually think this whole thing needs to pivot down right here at the. It's gonna be tough. Let's go like this. And this is gonna be where her elbow would be, right? Holy smokes. We're gonna try something. Okay, I'm not liking that arm. I think it needs to be a little bit bigger. Like, okay, clearly that's where the elbow is. Okay, come down here. And we're gonna fall. Really freaking small. Better, and then we can just have her hands kind of in there. I may have to play with Jack's arm some. You know what? Nope, I goofed that right on up. I see exactly what I'm going to do now. Have her holding Jack's arm. Like almost like this, almost as she's caressing the arm, you know. I'll play with that. I'll play with that. We need, you know what I think? I need to stop there, get that out, and get Jack home. There it is. Okay. Now we are going to put some hair on this one. Let's start. It literally curves right in front of the eyes. I have no idea how I'm going to do this. Oopsie. Back. Yeah. Easy enough. Oh. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to move this in. Well, that is not what I want. I think, or yeah, this is hairs out too far. What are you doing, Odin? Huh? Making a lot of noise back there, buddy. Alright. Now what we're going to do is we're going to dial this back to like 48 or something. Do more like 6, 4. Yeah, so I can do a couple on there. And I can do her holding like a black flower or something, probably. Yeah. I like that. Got a nice crust to it. It looks good. Eyes, though, are not. You know what I need to do? Duh. Go down like 82. Yep. And that will almost solidify the eyebrows. I don't have to do anything with that. Yeah, it's good. Good. What have I been streaming now? An hour and 46, not bad. Here's what we're gonna do. She has extremely small hands. I mean, like, just crazy small. I don't think we're gonna do individual fingers. I think we're just gonna do a little this. Yeah, I don't want to get too carried away with because it seems like her hands is absolutely tiny. Like, almost like doll's hands, you know? Shoot, this would be like, huh? We're gonna do that for now, and then what we'll do is I'm just gonna make it be flipped. Definitely feel like it would be flipped. Oof, thanks. That does not look so stepped up. I'm worried that was going to be ruined. Now, what we're going to do, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this off, but I'm going to try. I'm going to go all like a flower. How about like 4? Yeah. And then we'll come back to that. And then we'll curve it up. Oop. And we'll curve it up like this. Alright, how about we... Ooh. I don't know if this is going to look right, but oh crap. Okay, X, paste, and then back. Yeah, okay, that actually looks really cool. You got that kind of a strange looking flower in there. Yeah, that'll work. What I really need to do is I need to get these, are they 2? Yeah. I need to get some more stitches on, like, here. 2. Whoop. Over here. Okay. And then, I don't know, wherever. It's kind of hard to, at this point, it's kind of hard to gauge because I'm following the kind of concept, but I'm not. So it's like really hard to gauge anymore, like what is right and what isn't. Right now, it's just kind of fan arting it up, you know? Ah, cool. Alright. I don't think we're gonna do our grids, but I think we'll do like right here. Nope, I want around it. So back in. It's cute. I like the flower, but I wish this hand was turned out. I don't think the hand turned out would look right. I think it would clash. Okay, good. Here. Yep. So yeah, it's doing pretty good. I think now what I'll do is her freaking shoes. Man, those are gonna wreck me, I think. You have to do it. Ooh, no. Nope. That's getting out of control there, so I think we'll just leave it there. That's exactly what we're gonna do. I haven't seen my bot fire off in a while. What's my bot doing? Taking a break? Time. Live for 1 hour. Quite a bit. A good one. Do it. How long did I get? Okay. Back to this mode. And the way I usually do this, you know, if anyone has questions or ideas or anything, shoot them at me. I'm more than willing to look at other people's opinions and ideas, you know. Her shoes. Back to those freaking shoes. Alright, let's no drop frames tonight, that's good. Everything's staying pretty clean all in all. Okay, let's your shoes, darling, they're gonna kill me. See, I feel like I don't know. This is not what I would expect. Make it more like this. What the crap is this? Like, reverse it. Let's reverse it. What we'll do is like this. Might work. There's something weird going on with her legs. You know, I think I'm just gonna. I don't think I really have a choice at this point. I think I just need to. Because if I look at these shoes anymore, I think it's gonna go to that. I think what I need. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. And you know what? Actually, I'm gonna do. Oops. Actually, have an idea. It might make this better for my head here. Like that. There, we'll go with 5. Kicking my butt. Okay, bring that shadow here. Not gonna try to do any sort of like scene or anything to this, I don't think, because yeah, I am pretty happy with that. I think it has a good vibe. I like the look. I like the details. The only thing I could do different if I really wanted to get picky is I could add all the stitching into the clothing, like tying each piece of fabric in. I worry that's going to make things a little too busy, just a little too much, too excessive, you know. And I don't want to go that deep into it. I want to keep it, a little separate. I don't think I'm going to do that. Let me check something. Let's see if there's anything else I can see that would make the most sense. Don't think so now, but I think the background color, that's what we want. Good thing Affinity doesn't crash on. I mean, I save all the time, but besides the point, I don't feel like I need to be saving every 2 seconds. I kind of like that, actually. It makes their colors pop really well. That is not enough. 80. She's got that long neck, just like she does there. Yep. Don't see a lot of other details, I feel like. Good. Okay. Let's see. And that worked, right? My tweet went out? I'm going to check that. Because I configured this here to automatically notify people when I went live. I want to make sure that that did, in fact, fire off. Via Restream. Okay, yeah, so it worked. And then people would click on that right there. And I'm assuming it will take them to my Twitch. Yep. There it was. Okay. Cool. Nice to know that worked. It's nice when things work. Alright, so I think I'm gonna call that a day then. The only thing I could see myself doing would be making Sally slightly smaller. Yeah. Okay. So then these two will probably center right there. Right? Good. Good enough. Export this, and we're going to say Jack and Sally. So, I get that on my cool. That. Right. And it is. Good thing I love, huh? So we'll export that again. Very cool. I'm digging it. So it took me about an hour per character, which I don't think is terrible, considering I've never done them before, and I tried a lot of new techniques here that I've never done before. And there's a lot of detail and stuff going on there, so I feel like 2 hours is a pretty good point there. I like the eyes there, the gray, the blue. I like that stitching. Like I said, the only thing I could do if I wanted to really get into that, I could try to take those. I'm not gonna do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get into that. No. Alright, well, I think I am going to wrap this up then. I am pretty happy with this. I feel like there's a couple things I could do differently, but I don't really want to do it now. I'm pretty satisfied with the overall look, and I think that I'll sleep on that, and then in the morning I might. I don't know though. I'm pretty good with it. Here's what I want. I think I'll just call it a day, learn from it, and upload it, and then do something else tomorrow. Something every day. I draw regularly, routinely. I draw pretty much. I'd say 3 to 4 times a week on Twitch and YouTube. So I stream all kinds of art, flat, mostly vector, and take requests. I'm learning as I go, answering questions if anyone has questions. So it's really just, kind of an open mic. So anyway, thanks to everybody that stopped by. I appreciate it. And I will see everyone very, very soon. Tomorrow. Bye. Have a good one.